god, so I'm finally creating and making a YouTube video, and I've been wanting to do this for such a long time. So hi guys, my name is Brenda. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So I'm kickstarting the channel with a beginner friendly makeup tutorial. So first things first, I'm looking down my brows. As you can see, I'm using the NYX brow gel to do this, which I'll be showing you right now. So that's what it looks like. And the key to a good makeup base is moisturizing your face and using primer. So I'm using the Glow Recipe hyaluronic cream to moisturize and prep my skin. Of course, I started with a very much clean base. So we want to make sure that we get that all over under your eyes. As you can see, my skin is definitely, I do have some hyperpigmentation because I have not been taking care of my skin for the past few weeks. That's okay. And for primer, since I'm just gonna be in the house, I'm using this Rimmel matte primer. I do have freckles, as maybe you guys can see that. So I still want it to last a little while, so I'm going ahead to prime. So I'm just getting that all pressed into my skin, or making sure that I spread it all over. And I do bring it down to my neck because I do bring foundation all the way down to my neck as well. Alrighty, so I'm now gonna go ahead and color correct because, like I mentioned, my skin is not doing too great after having a few breakouts over the past few weeks. So I'm just going ahead to put that all over the dark spots or the areas of hyperpigmentation. And after letting that sit for a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and take my brush and just blend that out to make sure that it's as seamless as possible. So my foundation of choice is NARS Long Radiance foundation, and I'm using shade Manaus. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but yes. And I'm going in with my Real Techniques brush to blend out my foundation. And as you guys can see, I'm using tapping motions. So I'm pressing it into my skin. I'm not dragging it, really not dragging it down. And the only where you might see some dragging is under my chin or towards my neck. And I had the fan on, so the foundation dried down a little bit. So I'm just going in with my Mario Badescu thingy to, just freshen that up and to get it a little bit more wet, I think. Oh my god, this is my first time doing this. I'm just a bit I don't know. But yeah. So yes, I was mentioning that I don't carry the foundation under my eyes. It may look like that, but it's really not under there. That I'm leaving that for my concealer. Okay, so the concealer that I'm using is Too Faced Born This Way in Chai, I think. This is the closest to my skin tone, or the one that I have that's closest to my skin tone. And like I mentioned, this is beginner friendly, so I didn't want to go too bright. If you want a more glam look, This definitely gonna require a little bit more, but yeah, I'm just doing the simple in my inner crease. You know what, I'm just gonna stop talking. So yes, as you guys can see, I'm making sure that I at least attempt to blend out the edges to make sure that when it's dried down and I'm gonna blend it out, it's, you know, not as difficult to do, because I don't want it spreading everywhere. And those are, as you can see, I put some on my chin, on my forehead. I don't typically put it on my forehead because the forehead is just a lot of space to work with. And while I'm allowing that to dry down, I'm gonna use this Juvia's Place, I think it's their all-purpose foundation stick, I think, to contour. And I don't know why I went in with that shade that's so dark, but you know, you live and you learn. Of course, I am gonna go in and correct that. So I'm going in with my liquid blush. This is from Shein. It was quite affordable, like probably like $4. I'm not really into like blush like that or liquid brush like that, so I was testing this one out and I was noticing that I placed them like 2 different places. So, but you know, we move, we're still gonna work with it. And I use a beauty blender to blend mine out. I don't know about anybody else, but that's what I do use. So yeah. Okay, so I'm using this brush. It's a contouring brush, I think. From one of them is from Real Techniques and one is from Shein. So you can find some really good dupes on Shein for the Real Technique brushes. So yeah, I think I'm going in with the Real Techniques one, because why not? And we're blending I'm starting from the bottom or under my nose to blend that out. And what I do is, if I see that there's excess on the brush, I'll go in with like a napkin and, you know, remove the excess. But I am blending from the edges inward. So I'm blending out the edges firstly, and then I move inwards. And of course, the key to makeup or having a seamless base is blending. You just have to keep blending, man. Just blend. So now that I've finished blending out the first batch, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a lighter shade. I think this one is Maple, to give me like just a brighter look. So I'm just going in to just put those right in my inner, I don't know what, inner something. Yeah, sometimes words skip me, or sometimes I can't talk, but that's fine. So I'm blending it out as much as possible, and then I'm gonna allow it to sit and dry down. And the excess, I really wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm using the excess off of the brush to carve out the bottom of my eyebrows. And can I tell you, I have not done brows first in such a long time, but it's so much easier. It's low-key easier. I do prefer to do my eyes typically, but since I'm not doing an eyeshadow, that's why I chose to do my base first and then my brows. To contour my nose, I'm gonna use this angled brush and this cream powder thingy from Black Opal to carve or to contour my nose to make my nose look skintier, even though it's already quite small, but you know. Now that the base has, or the, oh my god, this is so embarrassing, but yes, I'm just blending out the lighter concealer that I use, and I'm gonna go ahead and set with the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. And I do typically set anywhere I put any concealer, so maybe you guys can't see the difference, but I can see it, or I could see it in the mirror. It literally just blurs everything out. You don't have to use a setting powder necessarily. You can always use a smaller amount of actually loose setting powder to, you know, set it and then you bake. So I'm just going ahead to check everything. I'm using like 3 mirrors to check everything. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna use to bake. That's a Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Taking some on my powder puff, and I'm gonna knock off or dust off some of the excess on my hand. And there I go, put in too much. I don't typically bake with like a lot of setting powder. I try to use the minimal amount so it's easier to dust off, and I don't typically have any issues, you know, makeup does last all day. And now we're gonna bronze with our Juvia's Place bronze palette, and I'm using both shades to warm up or bring some more color, or bring some color back into my face. And almost all of the products that I'm using are quite affordable, or you don't have to use all the things that I've used. You can use like LA Girls concealer to do your highlights. That's totally fine, or to conceal under your eyes. It's totally fine. It's very much affordable. And to dust off the setting powder, we're gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury setting powder. We're just gonna basically, it's in tan deep, I think, to dust off all of the excess powder off of my face. I did try some reverse contouring, but I didn't like the placement of where I put it, so I wasn't necessarily focusing on that really. And of course we do bronzer on the nose as well to give it a more carved out look. Okay, period. And for blush, I'm using these two shades from Juvia's Place. They're a very much affordable brand, so I use a lot of their products. Ooh, purr. I like to put a little blush on my nose as well. I have no idea why. I was watching a TikTok and I saw this girl do it, so I was just like, you know, why not? Let me try that. And now I'm just fluffing out my brows to go in. This is like a beauty supply pencil. You know, you don't have to do anything too expensive or anything too crazy, and it does give you like almost the same result. So yeah, I'm doing the most minimal things to my brows as well. Using that same pencil, I'm gonna try to outline my eyes. Like I said, this is like a simple beginner-friendly makeup tutorial, so I wasn't trying to do anything too crazy. Just putting some black eyeliner under my eyes and curling my lashes because I'm not putting on any lash or eyelashes. So curling them to put on some mascara, and I don't know what, I just randomly decided to put some bronzer under my eye, just randomly. We're gonna set, we're setting in between as well, so. Now this is my favorite part, the lips. Oh my god, I love doing doing a good lippy on myself. And I'm using Morphe Trendsetter. Oh my god, I love it. I love this lip liner like so much. I don't think anybody understands how much I love it. Ooh, purr lips. And once I'm done lining my lips, I'm going to take this little brush and to, blend it out so that it doesn't seem so harsh or I don't have a harsh line. So yeah. I'm not a fan of highlight or highlighter, so I'm just using the most minimal amount to highlight my face. And I think my look just needed something more, so I went in with this lighter eyeshadow to just make my eyes pop a little bit more. And turns out that, wow, look at that, period. And this, I'm setting, this is my final set, or setting spray. I had to drench myself in that. And this is the final product, or the end product. Oh my god, I look so good. My makeup looks so good. I look so beautiful. Not to sound conceited or anything, but I really love how this came out. I was really feeling myself, in case you could not tell. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe.